The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. You look at this Steeler defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Now Mayfield. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The Niners at 5-3 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. This defense for the Steelers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Mayfield now. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He may go. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. In motion goes the tight end. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Oh, he shifts past him. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Only able to gain a couple there, and now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And still fighting. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 56 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
He sets to fire deep. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead.